Hi, mothers, and welcome back to Singlehood Motherhood. I hope all is well and that you're A-OK. Today, I have Mr. Richard Daniel, one of Massey's best sales agent in Trinidad and Tobago. Boom to the bang. Caribbean, correction. So, Mr. Daniel, tell me, somebody wants to purchase a vehicle, a single mother in particular. What is the first step in her purchasing a vehicle or owning a vehicle?
I will say pre-qualification, which is simpler than it sounds. So it's as simple as talking to me or talking to a financial agent from any institution. They will normally let you know the documents needed, what is the criteria in terms of salary, how long it should be permanent, if you have any existing loans.
Right.
So they'll run through your whole finance and they'll be like, all right, it's either you can't qualify or yes, you could qualify for this amount.
Okay.
Right? And once you know the amount you could qualify for, then you can narrow it down to a vehicle.
Okay, good.
You know?
All righty. And what are do you know the documents requirement?
So if you are employed, you're going to need 2 forms of ID, utility bill.
2 forms of IDs, utility bill.
Job letter and payslip.
Job letter and payslip. Okay.
If you have your own business.
Okay, so you're self-employed.
Self-employed, right? You're going to need like bank statement, preferably for about a year, right? Because remember, you're not getting payslip, so your bank statement is your payslip.
Bank statements.
Yeah,
ladies.
so if you're not making deposits, no financial institution is going to take your word for it. If you come and say, yeah, I'm making 10,000 a month, they want to see black and white. Right, so that is where your bank statement come in.
Right.
Drop all your money in your account. It don't matter if you had to withdraw it after.
Right.
At least like pass you, so it will show up.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yes.
You're still going to need the IDs. You're still going to need utility bill, right? Preferably in the business name. If not, some people operate from where they live.
Yes.
So that's fine. You could work it like that.
Okay.
Right. So bank statement, IDs, utility bill, and business registration.
Business registration.
Yeah.
I hope you all got that information.
Yeah.
In terms of a vehicle for a single mother, let's say she has to purchase a vehicle, what vehicle would you recommend that is user-friendly for a mother who has a child or even children?
Right. So you know there's no clear-cut template for that, right? So you might have those who in a smaller income bracket and then you might have those who in a higher income bracket. Right. So I usually base my recommendations on your situation. Right, so if you have the tighter bracket, you know, we have vehicles that start from 179, 199,
right,
you know, based on what you could afford.
Right.
If the salary up there, I could even point you the directions of something like maybe a Frontier or X-Trail, the Qashqai.
Right.
You know, because I actually had a single mother who came in and she had twins. Right. And she came to see if the X-Trail could facilitate both baby seats and somebody in the background just to more or less stay close to the babies.
Right.
And she was, you know, a single mom.
And that was a recommendation. So it's based on your financial situation.
Correct is
based on the vehicle you would get.
Correct is right. It's like insurance, you know what I mean? What you may pay for insurance may not necessarily be what I pay for insurance.
Right.
So everything is more or less individual.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
In terms of the safety features on a vehicle, you know, I know you said it based on your financial stability. But let's say somebody who wants a vehicle and there are mothers who are very overprotective. Right. And I know that all modern vehicles tend to come with that safety feature.
Right.
Is there a particular vehicle you would recommend that would have that extra safety feature?
So the MG line tends to take safety into consideration with pretty much all the designs.
Right.
And most of them come standard with things like forward collision avoidance.
Right.
So let's just say you happen to take your eye off the road, maybe you get a text message, anything like that, you get distracted. I actually had a situation where I was driving one of those and I don't know, I was coming across the lady and I got distracted for something and the vehicle in front of me suddenly stopped to facilitate one of the people who was coming out from St. Francois Valley Road, but he didn't slow down, he just mashed brakes.
Right.
And I wasn't looking. And the vehicle mashed brakes for itself.
Right.
Now, if that didn't happen, I would have had some serious paperwork to do. You know, so that's a feature I highly recommend.
MG.
Yeah, in the MG.
Right.
Also, it comes with blind spot detection.
Oh, yes.
Right. So you look in the mirror and see nobody, but you see that light on in your face. That means wherever you're not seeing, there's a vehicle right there.
Okay.
Right. And then there's also like the lane keep assist.
Keep assist.
So the camera watches the white lines on the road. And let's just say a vehicle is drifting and it get too close to the white line, you'll feel the steering wheel nudge you back into lane.
Ooh.
Right? That only happens if you're not indicating. Or if you indicate,
Right.
the vehicle will understand you want to switch lanes. But if you didn't indicate, it will assume you're not paying attention and you're drifting.
Okay, fancy.
And it keeps you center.
Okay, so
You know?
MG. So when they come, they're asking for the MG line. When they come to you.
So when it comes to safety, like you're overprotective, you want to make sure you safe, your family safe, your vehicle and all safe.
Yes.
Yeah, those type of features is what you're looking for.
MG.
You
But
know?
in terms of, I've heard the term, and I'm not sure if mothers would aware of it. You know, there are different types. It is pre-owned, used, and well, a new vehicle.
Right.
What is the difference?
So pre-owned and used is the same thing.
Same thing, right?
That means it was owned before.
Right.
And then somebody else is going to own it now.
Right.
Which makes it a used car.
Yes.
Right. Here, we actually do like trade-ins, and then we have Alamo, we have leasing. So sometimes when the vehicle passes through 3-4 years in Alamo and they're
Right.
looking to get new stock, they will send that to pre-owned.
Pre-owned.
Right? Also, if a customer decides, listen, after 3-4 years, I want to trade in and get something brand new,
Ooh, nice.
that vehicle will also go into pre-owned.
Yes.
You know, so we have a whole pre-owned department, and of course, we have the new department.
The new department.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. So,
You know.
mothers, a vehicle may tend to wear and tear faster because, you have children. You only go regular. And I mean, sometimes women, we don't keep our car in keen condition. So very unfortunate. So, so we have that option of, bringing in our cars and having a trade-in.
Yeah, you can do that. After I normally say, especially if you're financing, if you buy cash, that's something totally different. But
Right.
if you're financing, we have what you call the break-even period.
Break-even period.
Yeah, so that is where depreciation will more or less meet the balance. So let's just say, you just buy the vehicle, right? Based on what depreciation is and what you're owing for the vehicle wouldn't make sense.
Right.
Because then you'll be starting off at a deficit. But like 3 to 4 years, depreciation and the balance would be around the same thing.
Right.
That way, when you're starting, it come like you're starting fresh and starting behind. Sometimes you might even start
Right.
a little beyond because
Yes.
the vehicle, once it have like real good resale value, let's just say the depreciation brought it to 100,000, but you owe in the bank 75.
Right.
Right? What we will do in a case like that is we will cut a check for the financial institution. Once you bring a letter showing the exact balance,
Right.
we'll cut a check to close off that, and the balance will act as a down payment towards the new vehicle.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
so we make it nice and seamless.
You
very
all
easy.
make this process very easy.
Yeah.
Very
We have
easy.
everybody in mind. Everybody in mind.
Very nice. In terms of fuel, right? Now we live in an economy where everybody is looking at their dollars, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
as single mother, you have to look at your dollars.
Yeah.
Budgeting is important, guys. I
Very.
remember I spoke about that earlier.
Gotta tighten the belt.
What would you recommend a vehicle in terms of gas and user friendly?
I mean, if you're really looking for fuel efficiency, you might as well step away from fuel.
Right.
Right? I will push you in the direction of electric. So like this vehicle right behind us is the MG4, and this is full electric. Now let me tell you how you're saving. Because it is full electric, you don't have a combustion engine, so you don't need like oil, filters, those type of things.
Right.
Servicing this literally entails changing the air conditioning filter and maybe topping up some fluids, which might cost you about $500-$600 every 6 months.
6 months?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Okay.
basically, you're just paying a little over $1,000 a year
Right.
to service that vehicle, right? And next thing is, most people tend to spend like $300-$400 a week in fuel,
Right.
right? With this, now it's like $20 to charge this from empty.
Right.
Most of the time, it affects your bill over a 2-month period by just over $100.
Okay. All
So you see the savings?
Yes.
And next way you save too is also the bank. So financial institutions, right, will give you 3.5 on an electric vehicle, whereas everything else might be 4% or a little over 4%. So you save any direction you're looking at.
All right. And as we
You know?
close our interview and bring it to a close, our final question is, in terms of maintenance of vehicle, how regular should you maintain your vehicle? 'Cause-
Right, so maintenance really depends on the vehicle.
Yes.
So some vehicles will specifically tell you in the manual it's every 3 months or 5,000 kilometers.
right.
Some will tell you 5,000 kilometers or 6 months.
6
Some
months.
will tell you 10,000 or 6 months.
Right.
Right, so it really depends on the vehicle. But minimum is 5,000 or 3 months, maximum is 10,000 or 6 months.
6 months.
Yeah.
All right.
But most of the time, warranty heavily depends on you servicing your vehicle.
Ooh.
If you're not servicing your vehicle,
Right.
right? We cannot honor the warranty.
You all heard that, right, ladies?
Yeah. And
you must service your vehicle.
That is standard with everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, as we bring our interview to a close, Mr. Daniel, I want to thank you for
It was a pleasure.
allowing
It was a pleasure.
singlehood, motherhood onto your job and giving us that time.
Yeah, man.
So, ladies, you have to purchase a vehicle. Check Mr. Daniel.
Oh, that's your
right?
boy. I'll
Boom
put the number
to
on
the
top.
bang. Right? Thank you very much.
I mean, you know we all about the ladies.
Yes.
You don't know.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.
Pleasure.